Today on the Stay at Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make honey roasted caramel corn. My mom is a huge caramel corn lover, and when she tried my recipe, she was blown away. This caramel corn is so good and pretty simple to make. To start, I'm going to show you how to pop popcorn kernels on the stove. You'll need a large pot with a lid. Pour half a cup of unpopped popcorn kernels into the bottom of a large pot. Then you're going to pour 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil into the pot with the corn kernels. Then cover the pot with a lid and heat over medium heat. The oil will heat up and our popcorn kernels will start to pop. You could also use microwave popcorn. You'll need 1 bag, but you want to make sure that it's plain popcorn. Back to the stove, you'll soon start to see your popcorn kernels popping in the pan. You can see why it's important to have a lid on there, otherwise these would pop right out. The popping will eventually start to slow down. Once it goes several seconds in between pops, that means it's done and you'll want to turn off the heat, then give it a second for any remaining kernels that are going to pop. Then you can remove the lid and you have freshly popped popcorn. Then spread your popped popcorn kernels out into a single layer on a baking sheet. Well, sort of a single layer, not really. We just want it to spread out so that we can pour our caramel sauce that we're about to make on top. Get half a cup of salted butter melting in a saucepan over medium heat. You'll also need 1 cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of honey, and half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to stir this together and bring it to a simmer. You want to let this simmer for 5 minutes over medium heat, stirring constantly so it doesn't burn. It'll bubble and foam and thicken up. After 5 minutes, you'll want to turn off the heat and add in a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, which will keep your caramel nice and smooth, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Stir that in. We're gonna drizzle this right over the top of our popcorn. Then I forgot to sprinkle on 1 cup of honey roasted peanuts. You can probably do this before with the popcorn. Either way it'll work though. Then you can give this just a gentle toss to kind of spread things out a little bit. Then we're gonna bake this in a 250-degree Fahrenheit oven for 1 whole hour. Every 15 minutes, you'll want to pull your baking sheet out of the oven and give it a stir. As you pull it out of the oven and stir, eventually, all of the popcorn will take on this caramel coloring. Be sure to return it to the oven and continue roasting for the entire hour. Once your caramel corn is done, grab another baking sheet and you'll line it with wax paper, and this will keep the caramel corn from sticking to the pan. Give your caramel corn 1 final stir, then you'll transfer your caramel corn to the wax paper to cool. If there's any large clumps, you'll want to break those up. Otherwise, once the caramel cools, these are stuck for good. You'll want to store this in an airtight container once it's cooled, but honestly, you're probably gonna eat it all first. Thanks for watching. You can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow, and check out the rest of my videos, where you can find hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. We'll see you later. I almost got it.